This is Hot Mic with Tom Izzo, presented by Northwestern Mutual.
Couple of minutes left to go on this Thursday morning. Hopping into our next conversation, we've been doing it for the last couple of weeks, is airing some of the interviews we have gathered from Bison Fall Camp. Had the opportunity to sit down last Friday at Bison Media Day with Isiah St. Romain, now in his sophomore year, but really his third year with North Dakota State football, out of Williston. Now potentially has the opportunity to make a big impact on the wide receiver room this year with starting quarterback Nathan Hayes. I think this could be a big year for Isiah St. Romain. I had the opportunity to catch up with him, get his thoughts on the upcoming season, what it's been like now being from Williston. He wasn't originally from Williston, which is an interesting story. So we talked about that for a little bit, his thoughts on the wide receiver room as well. Great conversation with Isiah. Here's that, brought to you by Northwestern Mutual on this Thursday morning. Just thoughts on fall camp, having the pads back on. What's the last couple of weeks been like?
The last couple of weeks have been great, really diving into details, being able to go to work every day with my brothers and just, creating a bond in camp. I feel like, you go through tough days, you go through hard days, some days you don't want to wake up, but just really going to work with my brothers every day and getting better and better and, just can't wait for the season to be able to start.
Is this your third year already?
Yeah.
Hey, can you believe that?
No, I can't believe. Yesterday it felt like I just walked in here and you wake up the next day and I'm going into my third year, so time definitely is flying.
How would you describe last season? Able to, get a handful of catches, appear in some games. What was that like for you?
It was amazing to be able to get my feet wet and, just be able to learn from the older guys in our room, from, a lot of people know who we had in our room, and just, be able to learn the small things and really learn how to prepare myself for the time that, when it's my time, I'll be able to go out there and perform.
This room looks completely different this year. What's it been like getting to know everybody?
It's been amazing. It's some new faces in the room, and they join us just as if they've been here for 5 years. So it all goes to Crutch. He's been providing for us a great coaching, and then just all the guys buying into each other. We all been buying into one another, and we just all want each other to be the best that we could be.
Like you mentioned, there's no Bryce, no Raj. Chris is gone as well. Do you guys take it upon yourselves to say, hey, just because they're gone, this is still a pretty good wide receiver room? Is that something that goes through your guys' head?
Oh yeah, it's a great wide receiver room. I feel as if we lost Bryce, Raj, Chris. We lost a lot of key guys, but we also got a lot of guys in the room that can make key plays. So I feel as if we lost those guys, but this year will be a year for us to go out and prove that we could no longer live under the shadow and make a name for ourselves.
How nice was it, though, to have them around as a younger guy and learn from them?
Oh, it was amazing. Raj being Raj, Bryce being the leader that he was. And I really learned a lot from Raj, Chris, and Bryce. And they took us in under our wings, and they really showed us the steps and what it takes to be a Bison almost. And it really shows that, they instilled confidence in us that we could go out there and do this just as they can.
Yeah. The last couple of years, what has changed for you from maybe the player you were in high school to the player you are now?
Just the strength coaches, pouring into us, really working on body development, character development, and just really diving into more details into the plays, really going over it with the quarterbacks, being more detailed with your artwork and your craft and being a student of the game. It really will help you out in the long way.
How do you feel like your skills complement everybody else in the wide receiver room?
I feel, we all got our skill set and we all got our base and skills that we are good at individually, and I feel as if when you bring all those individual skill sets into one as a group, we could do, the sky's the limit.
Is there something you would say you pride yourself on the most? Is it speed, deep ball? What would you say that is?
I would say I pride myself most on just, when the ball's in the air, we're going to make a play. That's what receivers do, and I feel as if we just got to come down with the ball every time.
I'm trying to remember the story when we talked to you last year about Williston. You're not originally from Williston, right?
No.
Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Baytown, Texas. That's where I was born, and I grew up in Crosby, and then I moved to Beaumont, Texas. I bounced around from place to place in Texas, and then the move from Texas to Williston was a big move, but honestly really excited that my family took me and, you know, gave me the courage to be able to go out of my comfort zone and move to a place that's 20 hours away, being away from family. But honestly, the opportunity to be, you know, to be proudful and be pride and to take in accountability of being from Williston is amazing. And you don't see too many people coming out from Williston. So just being able to, you know, put on for my town and put on for the people and show the younger kids that you can make it from this place and there's bigger opportunities out there for you in the world.
How old were you when you went to Williston?
I would say I was a freshman in high school, so 15, 16,
I would
around
say
there.
that's an interesting time to make a move like
Yep,
that.
it definitely is.
Were you like, what are we doing in Williston? This is a lot different than Texas. Was that running through your mind at all?
Yeah, you know, it was when I actually looked up where's the closest AAU basketball team, because I was big into basketball at the time, and they told me it was 6 hours away in Jamestown, and I was like, geez, like 6 hours? That's like super far. But, you know, as you get into the North Dakota and you really, you know, 6 hours is just a straight shot. It's no traffic, no anything. So it really, the time, you know, the 6 hours could take you getting from Houston to Dallas.
Yeah.
So, like, it's just being able to pride myself as a North Dakota kid, it's really a blessing, and it's a dream come true to be a part of something bigger than myself. And just being able to represent and play for the home state is really great.
I was going to ask you that. Do you classify yourself as a North Dakota guy or a Texas guy?
I'll definitely classify myself as a North Dakota kid, just based on the simple fact that this is a place that I've stayed in for the longest and didn't bounce around. I think it's going on 5 years. So, like, Williston, you know, it's really it was really a special place to me and became super special. And I don't think a lot of people will want to say that about Williston, but Williston has definitely got a special place in my heart.
Was that kind of like a quick, you fit in like a glove right away, or did it take a little bit of time to get out of your shell and in a new place?
Me personally, I feel as if I could talk to anybody. You know, I could go all over around the world, and I'm never shy to talk to anyone. I feel like as if I could have a conversation with who knows who. And just being able to do that and be prideful in myself of having a conversation, I feel as if people gravitated to me a little bit, and that it was easier for me to make friends and really be able to talk to people. And so I feel as if it wasn't hard for me at all to stick around and be able to learn how the North Dakotans do things.
Yeah, absolutely. What was it like playing football in Williston? If I remember, were you a quarterback at one point?
At one point, I did play a little bit of Wildcat quarterback. I thought, you know, my dreams of playing quarterback one day, they were really high, and then, you know, I got shut down with them when I just couldn't throw a spiral and kept throwing duck balls. So I just told myself I'm going to stick to catching footballs and running.
There you go. How long was that experiment at quarterback?
So I think it was one game where our quarterback got hurt and they asked me to go in there, and I was like, you sure? Like, I'm not really So, I mean, honestly, I would just look left, look right, and I would just try to run.
Oh, there you go.
I wouldn't
did it work
trust
out
my
all
arm
right?
tail. Yeah, it worked out sometimes. It worked out sometimes, but not most of the time. They got the best of me.
That's all right. Well, you found a good spot.
Yeah.
How did you get into football? I know football in Texas is huge. Is that kind of the
so
you got into it?
Really just, you know, my my grandfather that passed away, you know, he was really big on it, just like, he was a motorhead, and they called him Motor, and he was just always just wanting to hit things and hit things and hit things. So just being around him, like, it kind of grew a competitive spirit in me, and I just wanted to play football, and just the feeling of being able to go hit somebody, it was just like, as a kid, like, that you pray for time. It's like you always want to hit things when you're a kid. So I think football kind of really was just like a quiet place for me. It kind of took out all the things that were going on in life, and it just made me kind of calm down and just be a kid and just be able to enjoy life.
That's
and just
awesome.
Be happy.
And now to see it's paying off. You're a college football player. That's got to be pretty surreal, huh?
Yeah, just, you know, the dreams. I know a lot of my teammates, everybody around me, you know, we've always had dreams of becoming a College I, Division I athlete, and you just can't take these moments for granted. You know, it's a lot of people that will die to be in the shoes that we are in, so I feel as if we got to take opportunity to the fullest and live every moment to the fullest.
Well, was it kind of a no-brainer when NDSU came into the picture, or not so much? How would you describe that recruiting process?
Oh yeah, as soon as, you know, Hedberg gave me the text and asked me to go on a junior day, you know, I was praying that I one day get an offer, and the day that I got an offer, you know, I knew this is the place that I want to be, and this place felt like home. So being able to uphold that first commitment and being the first commitment in my class, I really just this place holds a special. North Dakota really holds a special place in my heart, and being from somewhere that isn't North Dakota, but not being raised here, born here, but just the feeling that this place has given me is like they're so welcoming and so warming that this place is so special, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Do you feel like now at this point, you've had a couple years, you put the work in, but you were behind some guys, and now, okay, do you feel like this is my year now? Is that something that goes through your head?
Yeah, it goes through my head, but at the same time, it's just being humble and stay down and stay working and just keep going with your guys and making sure everybody in your room knows that we can all do this and it's not one person better than the other. We're all a group and we're all in this together. So I feel as if just going to work every day with my brothers and keep getting better and better, and then once the season comes, the results will pay off and then everyone will be able to see.
Being an FBS guy now, your reaction to that news when you first heard it, and what do you expect to see on a week-in-week basis?
Just very high competitiveness, high level, just a 1-2 attitude, just going out there and wanting to be able to take every moment in, take every opportunity, and just go make plays. And I feel as everybody was just excited. This is a big moment for Bison history, and just being able to be the first year and be a part of this is something bigger than myself. And just like that, man, like the fans, the fan base, the people in Fargo of North, they've been waiting for this moment for so long, and being able to be the first generation of FBS level, why not go out there and give the fans what they want to see?
And I'm assuming the offense is going to bring that. What can we expect from the offense as a whole this year?
Just a lot of high level energy, fast football. We want to bring the physicality, and everybody on the offensive side, offense and defense, iron sharpens iron. So I feel as if we've been going on each day and competing and getting better with each other. And I just feel as if, once the season comes, the season will tell everybody what the story is.
Couple more for you. I feel like a lot of people, especially nationally, are overlooking Nathan because they just haven't seen him. How would you describe Nathan, a quarterback?
Just watch and see. That's all I got to tell you. He's a very gifted and talented quarterback, and I trust him too more than anybody trusts him too. And I think as a program, we trust him too, and wherever he brings us, that's where we'll go.
Having Mekhi in the room is kind of the veteran guy. What does he bring to everybody there?
Man, he just brings an uplifting spirit. Mekhi's a great guy. He always wants to see the best. He's always taking his time out to go out through his day, make sure, if there's releases, if there's routes, if there are things you need to get better on, he makes sure he takes the time out throughout his day to really help his get what they need. And it's just like you see that in him being a senior veteran and a leader in the group, and it's like, dang, like Mekhi really shows what a Bison is supposed to be, and I feel as if people gravitate to him and people really want to, learn from him and be like, man, this is our leader, and let's go behind him and let's support him.
Last one, is there something Bison fans don't know about you? A fun fact that you could share at all?
Bison fans, I just want y'all to know, if you ever see me or come around me, just know you're going to have a great time.
There you go. Well, I was going to say, when I'm watching you at fall camp, you're the #1 supporter for these guys.
Yeah,
you take pride in that?
Oh, yeah, I take pride in it big time, because I feel as if I'm always bring the energy and a high-level energy guy. I'm always smiling, always trying to put a smile on people's faces. And just, the Lord blessed me with a gift to be able to, go out there and just be a high-lifting, uplifting, motivating guy. So why not go out there and do that?
Great conversation with Isiah St. Romain, getting ready for his 3rd season with North Dakota State. Time is flying this morning. Let's take a break. When we come back, get into our what to watch, and then we are out the door. Hot Mic returns after this.